Ayubowan. May you all have happy, healthy and long life. This is Bhante Ginnaliye again with the Heladeepa Tv channel, presenting the third video of a series of video we intend to make to teach Buddhism to children, those who live in western part of the world, especially where they don't have the access to learn Buddhism and practice Buddhism much. So if you haven't watched the previous video, we encourage you to watch them, because it's a series of video we are making to understand the whole thing, the message. It's good to watch them before you start watching this video. And if you have watched, you know that we discussed about the basic the words that you need to know before you study Buddhism. Those are the words that we very well known to many people. The Buddhism, Buddha and Buddhist, those words we explain, and what are the difference and all that. And also the last two videos we discussed about the family background of the Buddha, where he was born and which part of India he was born, and what was his family background and everything. So now you know that he was born into a royal family named Gautama. That was his family name, and his name was Siddhartha. And in this video we will learn how he got that name and everything. But before we start this lesson, this topic, we good to have a recap in the last two videos. And again we discuss about the Buddha's what's the meaning of the word Buddhist and Buddhism, and who's the Buddha. And we talk about the dream that his mother had before he delivering the baby and before he gave birth to Prince Siddhartha. So I encourage you to watch those videos and start with that. And today we discuss about the childhood stories of the Buddha. So 7 days, actually 5 days after his birth, then the city and the father, mother, all the citizens of that Kapilavatthu city of Kapilavatthu was very happy and pleased to hear, and they were celebrating that Prince's birth. It's the best thing they can have, to know, to hear, because it's a very auspicious moment for them, and they were celebrating. So on the 5th day, according to the Indian custom, the culture, they had this naming ceremony, especially for royal family. Remember, when someone born into royal family, they have a naming ceremony and they choose a name. So following that custom, King Suddhodana invited many wise men to come to the palace, and there were 8 of them, very famous and very knowledgeable, and very they were wise to choose the right name for him. So they were highlighted, and they were sitting at the front seats, and they were discussing, So in that case, they examined the body of the baby, and they could read the body marks, the palm reading and all that. They were so qualified for that. And after reading, carefully examining the baby's body, physical appearance, they predicted. Actually, 7 of them raised hand, 2 fingers, and they said he would either become a king or a universal monarch, very powerful emperor in today's terms, easy to understand, or become a spiritual teacher, or maybe like a founder of a religion, something like that. They were 7 of them were having these 2 ideas, and then there were young wise man, also very famous. His name was Kondanya. He raised only one hand, 1 finger rather, and said, no, definitely he become a spiritual leader, Buddha, in word that we are familiar with, and he will be a great teacher, a spiritual leader with a lot of followers. And he said he was very certain about that. With that, now the royal family were in a dilemma, and also the father was happy to hear the good news, and at the same time he was kind of I would say sad, because he wanted him to be the next king of that Kapilavatthu, and that his kingdom, Sakya kingdom, the Sakyans, one day he will be the most powerful king. That kind of dream. Normally, that's of course the dream of a king, right? Having a prince born into the royal family. That is the most obvious dream that a father as a king would have, So he was kind of sad, but still the ceremony goes on, and with all that body examination, like the reading the body, how to say, like marks, they chose a name for him. That was Siddhartha. Now we already know that word, but that's how he got the name. The Siddhartha means wish fulfilled. That's the name, the meaning of the name, literal meaning of the name. So they choose the name for him. Now he has a name, and now everyone call him Prince Siddhartha. Then still the city is very happy to hear the good news, and they're celebrating. It's a good time, it's a happy time for everyone. But something, the next thing that you're going to hear is kind of sad. Actually, it's very sad, but that was when you learn about Buddhism and the next part of these teachings, you will be convinced why this happened. Anyway, that soon after, that means 2 days after his birth, naming ceremony, he but nobody expected this, but his mother passed away. Queen Mahamaya passed away, giving birth to this beautiful and wonderful human being that later one day will become the Buddha. But 7 days after, the mother passed away, and it says that it happened like that because in a womb that noble human being like this born, no one else is suitable to grow up in that womb. And that a lot of explanation, but it's not something that uttered by the Buddha, I think so. So anyway, that this happened, and the city was very sad, but that's the life, so they have to face it. So the king, of course, was very sad, and then they have to choose that Queen Mahamaya's sister, named Mahaprajapati Gautami, as the mother, nursing mother, to take care the baby. In fact, she herself also had a baby named Nanda, but she had to give that child to the nurses who were in the royal family to take care, and she took care of the Prince Siddhartha, because this is the important person in the royal family who will be the next king, of course. So that's how the story we learn. And after this sad incident, he grew up with the the other children at the same age, including the cousin Nanda, with the royal luxuries. So that's what we have to learn and discuss on next videos. With this, I think I'm going to conclude the third video we're making, and I hope you learning something little by little. And I encourage you to watch 2 previous videos before you watch this again, and for a better understanding, and hoping that this is hoping that this will help you to get the basic knowledge about Buddhism and introduction to Buddhism, and goes on with your studies. With that, I'm going to conclude this video, and may you all have a healthy, happy and a long life. Sadhu.